Hello and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, your intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, a mother, a wife. And I'm here to guide you through 2020 so you could be your best self. I'd like to take a moment to remind you to share, like, and comment on today's show. And know that we are on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. And I do believe we are streaming live on YouTube today. So you have many channels to catch me on, should you not be able to catch me today live. But when you do, share, like, and comment. I'd like to give a big shout out to my advertising sponsors. There is a flyer that provides their contact information should you wish to reach any of them. We're going to start off with Simpson, who's our intuitive guide. And then we have Susan Joy Mitchell. She's an author of 3 books now. Their names of the books are Visions, Lucky Starfish, and her newest one is Journey. They're all available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. Then we have Gail Nicholson. She's our resilience coach and metaphysical practitioner. Then we move on to Gabriella. I'll leave her last name alone because I screw it up. She's a medical intuitive, founder at Alive Health Solution. Linda Boney, who's our feng shui consultant. And then our newest 2 sponsors are Eliza Bloom Robinson. She's our transformational catalyst. And our guest and sponsor, advertising sponsor as well, is Jill Ashley Hoffman, our master transformational coach. So I like to give a big shout out to them, as they are the reasons why my show takes place every single week. And then behind the scenes, good old Bobby, who makes this all possible. And I'd like to ask each and every one of you, how are you all feeling this week? We have a lot of energy going on. Hopefully you caught my radio show last Wednesday. I spoke about different things that are going on as we're moving forward. We just recently had another planet go retrograde, which was on Saturday on August 15th, which was yesterday actually, which is our Uranus planet. Uranus is all about you. It's all about who you are, what you're here to do. And be advised that sudden changes are going to occur. So what you can least expect to happen may very well happen. So I want to just keep you with that. And then also know that we have a new moon coming in. We have a new moon coming in on Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. New moon energy is exactly that. Hopefully you've done your rituals from the full moon that took place on August 4th, which you cleared out energy, which makes space for this new energy to come on in. And if you haven't, it's okay. You can still do that in the ritual of the new moon energy. So I asked you, what new things would you like to implement as we move forward into this amazing new moon? I'm going to leave you with that. I also like to check in on your energy today, ask you how you are feeling from a scale of 1 to 10. 10, you feel amazing. 1, not so great. You want to sort of move under the bed and hide. I'd like to connect you with one chakra for today, possibly an affirmation, and a number that provides a hidden message. So let's see what we have going on for today as I shuffle up the cards. Move into your energy. I invite you to put your feet on the floor. Close your eyes if you like. Take a deep breath in. And of course, if you are driving, do not do anything of what I'm saying. Come back and watch the show later. But if you're not driving and you are able to place your feet on the floor and just close your eyes, and for one time in your life, just recognize your breath. Recognize your breath. Take note that you are actually breathing. And let's see what card shows up with that intention of breathing and what's in store for us this week. All right, our card for this week, for today, the energy we need to know for today. Balance. Balance. And this is so interesting because for those of you who watch me on a regular basis, I have a YouTube channel, and I just did an astrology forecast reading last night, and this was one of the cards. I forget what sign the card is in, but it definitely is one of the cards that showed up. So this week is about balance. How can you bring more balance into your life? Is your life balanced? And can you really allow your entire chakra system to be more in balance with what it is you're looking to do? So balance is a good affirmation for today and for the week. And I'd like to invite you to say, I am balanced in all areas of my life. And now when we think about an affirmation, if we're just saying it, it's just words. Now the idea is to believe that that's what's going on and then take action to match that affirmation. Your chakra associated is the high heart. High heart's all about the compassion, the kindness, the love, and even getting into that space of perhaps, yes, you might be angry with someone, but if you can find that balance and forgive them, that might be a really good thing for you. The numbers are 7 and 6. 7 is all about how we take time to sit quietly, to even go within and recognize who we are on a soul level, and then you get to see who other people are on a soul level. So it isn't really about being quiet and being with yourself. That 6 energy is a healing number. So when we incorporate balance this week, we're going to be incorporating healing at the same time. 7 and 6 works out to be a 13, which is a 4 energy numerology. So when we think about the 4, which is the collective energy for this year, it's all about building a new foundation surrounding by balance. Just think about building a foundation. If you do not have equality going on in that foundation, you're not going to have balance. So let's look at the word balance literally. Where do you have balance in your life? And where do you feel like something's sort of off, where let's say the scale is a little low on one side and a little higher on the other? When we have balance, we bring it in balance, in perfect harmony. And that's that 4 energy, and that's what I'm hearing for today. Perfect harmony. So that's our card for today. Anyone who's interested in receiving their own personal reading, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com or text 646-236-9155. And when texting, just put in your text that you would like a reading, and I'll text you back my availability. And for the month of August, the remaining portion of August, I am running an amazing special 12-card reading, which is $88, originally $125. And that's only for the month of August. So should you miss out, this rate goes right back to $125. So I encourage you to definitely take advantage. And for that matter, I have 5 spots available this week. I believe those spots are available on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So if that's something you are interested in, again, go ahead and email. That email address is healingwithin76@gmail.com, or send me a text one more time, 646-236-9155. So we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to have my amazing guest here that I am so excited to introduce you to and share all that she does. So remember, come back, leave those comments, share, like, and comment, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jill Ashley Hoffman, and I'm a Master Transformational Coach. I help empathic women turn their tenderness into the medicine that heals their bodies so that they can heal the world. If you would like to learn more about how to harmonize your body wisdom with your soul's purpose, I invite you to book a free Empowered Healing Clarity call with me to see how I can support you. You can do that by emailing me at jill@jillashleyhoffman.com. I look forward to speaking with you.
When you open yourself up to actual energy work, makes that recovery progress so much faster. That recovery is possible. You do not have to live as a victim until your last days. You have unbelievable strength, and I know that because you're still here. Do you want to create something completely unrecognizable with your life? I can show you how.
You're on.
Okay, thank you. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. And I'd like to remind you before we go further, share, like, and comment. I do look forward to reading those comments, and I do come back and respond to those comments. For those of you who are just tuning in now, I want to just give you a refresher on our pod for today, which is all about balance. The affirmation is balance. How does balance fit into your life, and how balanced are you? And when we think about that chakra, it's all about the high heart. The high heart is really about finding the compassion, the love, and the forgiveness for other people. Your number is 7 and 6. The 7 is all about going within, and allowing yourself to see things differently. The 6 is all about the healer, the healing, and the 7 and 6 works out to be a 4. So it is really about building a new foundation around balance. So with that being said, I see that my guest is here. I'd love to introduce you to her. I am welcoming Jill Ashley Hoffman. How are you, my love?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I'm just changing the view here.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Yes, I'm loving you in that. Is that teal or green that you're wearing?
That's a good question. I guess it's like a teal. Yeah, it's
Beautiful
like a
on
teal.
you. Yes,
teal
beautiful on you. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. So, Jill, you are a master transformational coach, correct?
That's right.
Yes. And just for the viewers, just to sum it up, what exactly does that mean, and what do you do with your clients?
Well, yeah, it's very open to interpretation. I'm all about transformation, but really what I do more specifically is I focus on working with women, specifically women who tend to identify as being more empathic. And what I do is I help them tap into the medicine within them, essentially turning their tenderness into the medicine to heal their body so that they can heal the world.
Interesting. Now, I understand that language, but when you say helping them to step into their medicine, what exactly does that mean?
So I believe that, we all, I believe that healing is an inside job. I believe that we all have the ability, that our bodies are meant to heal, right? That we all have the wisdom within us. And it's not that we don't need support and guidance, but what I do is I help guide women back to themselves, because I think in this day and age, and really for a long time, we've gotten so disconnected from our essence, from that healing wisdom that lives within all of us. And I'll just say, I think women especially, we are so powerful, and our bodies, we have this natural, we all have this natural life force that lives inside of us. And I think we've just become so disconnected through personal and systemic sort of, trauma, imbalances in the environment. All of these things have just taken us away from ourselves. And so I learned this on my own journey. And so I am just so excited and inspired to help women reconnect to that wisdom.
Awesome. I love that. And I'm loving the title in reference to rebuild trust with your body. I think that's a really important title, and also a really important process for one to do. But before we dive into that, I just want to let the viewers know that you offer on Fridays a program called Release. I think it's called Release the Week.
Yeah.
And the things that I participated in is that it's really all about really moving and becoming one with your body is what I get from it. So I appreciate the fact that you offer that. And for our viewers, where can I actually go to get involved with that with you?
Yeah, sure. So this is a free, so it's just like a free thing that I offer because it's something that I love to do and I would just do anyway. So I thought I would invite my people to join me. So I have a private Facebook group called Empowered Healing to Uplift Humanity. So I share how to join us within that group. So you can just either search Empowered Healing to Uplift Humanity on Facebook. And the group is for women specifically, or you can go. That would probably be the best way to find the group.
Excellent. Yes, because I wanted to mention that because I know even though I don't participate every Friday, I do look forward to it when I can. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited that you actually brought it to a Zoom session as opposed to the live, because I think you have more freedom to do more in the Zoom. So I'm hoping that's working for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. So let's dive into some questions here regarding to what does it mean to rebuild trust with your body?
Yeah. So, like I was alluding to earlier, I think we've just gotten so far away from being in right relationship with our bodies, and this is something that we've been kind of taught, but also due to also personal experiences that and personal messages that we see throughout life. So rebuilding trust with your body is getting in right relationship with your body. And in essence, it's like stopping the war. We all have some kind of war that we're in with our bodies. And I believe that we really can't heal if there's a war going on in our bodies. So, so rebuilding trust. So because, and this could show up in many different ways when I say we're at war with our bodies. So an example might be, things that we do that don't serve our bodies, but and it's not to make anyone wrong for having bad habits. I believe all habits serve us in certain ways, but we kind of unknowingly will move away from having trust with our body, because our bodies are actually really in tune with nature. This is one of the tools that I use with my clients to help them bring them back into right relationship with using nature. And our bodies are meant to be in tune with nature and with our natural rhythms, right? But because we live in an environment that doesn't support that, we go against that. And that causes our body to stop to like lose trust and vice versa. Another example, and I'll just share from like personal experience. When I was starting healing, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, thyroid condition, about 8 years ago. And I didn't know why. I didn't know why. I thought I was super healthy. But I didn't realize that I had all of these ways of sort of manipulating my body, being at war with it, trying to make it do things that I wanted it to do, right? So this is how we kind of go against our body. And I wanted to start to heal my body, but I realized I started healing it with the same energy that got me there to begin with. So it was like, I was still kind of like trying to manipulate my body, trying to force it to do things, right? Because I felt like there was something wrong. I wasn't in right relationship with my body yet. And so the healing, the things that I thought were actually going to be helping me were actually reinforcing that wound. So, for example, dieting, right? Chronic dieting, or, chronic exercising, pushing ourselves to pushing our body to extreme, right? Thinking it's like that mentality of like, no pain, no gain, right?
Yes, which is a myth.
Exactly. It's a very masculine way of being. And as women, we are, our primal energy, our core energy is the feminine, which is more about, receiving and allowing. And it's more of a flowy energy. So we've kind of gotten away from that. So for me, I had to learn, it took me some time to really learn, like I needed to really surrender and start to really rebuild trust with my body. And it started with listening, honestly, really slowing down and learning how to listen to my body, to listen to what it needed, and to listen and eventually it takes time, but to really listen, to be able to tap into that wisdom of what does my body really need? Not like, what do I think it needs, but what is it telling me I need? Mm-hmm. And I think we all have that ability. Our wires have gotten a little crossed over time.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense in reference to being able to sit and listen to what the actual body needs. It's one of those things that when someone comes down with, I'm going to use the word a cold or whatever not, or even body pain, body discomfort, the first thing the average person tends to do is either they'll take an over-the-counter medicine, or they're calling their chiropractor or doctor saying, this is showing up, I need to come see you, as opposed to taking just a moment just to be still and checking in with the body to say, what is the body trying to tell them?
Yes.
And once they can have that information, then of course, if they want to go and check in with their primary doctor or chiropractor, that's great. But I do believe that we do have a healing mechanism for our own body, and if we do learn to listen to it, we can heal without having the need to run to the doctor or take that over-counter prescription, or not even a prescription, but just over-counter medicine that probably may cause more harm than good in the longer run. So I'm
Yeah,
glad
and it just numbs whatever whatever is wanting to, like, as your body's just sending you a message. And so it just, I'm so glad you said that, because we get so quick to put a Band-Aid on things, because honestly, I think we've gotten so much afraid of pain, and there's a lot of wisdom in that, in those messages. It's how our body speaks to us sometimes, is through pain and through pleasure, right?
yes.
So yeah.
Yes. And just from my own experience, in regards to, like, many years back, I had undergone a hip replacement. But prior to that hip replacement, there wasn't a lot of physical pain, so to speak. There was more like just limited restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to sit in that discomfort allowed me, to slow down.
Right.
And sometimes pain shows up, so we can do just that, is just to take a moment to say, you know what, maybe for this week, rather than doing the constant running, maybe take a different approach and just slow down and see what the body feels like when you slow down. And then you get that ability to listen to the body, to get a better understanding to, like, what the body is actually trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. And I'm a firm believer that our body does talk to us. And when there's an imbalance, which is interesting because our card today was balance. When there's an imbalance with our body will talk to us. And those are the physical symptoms that definitely show up. And learning to trust what your body is actually saying is important, because when you're not trusting it, you're missing a major message that could be coming in. So I appreciate the whole process of rebuilding the trust with the body. And before we head into the second question, we do need to take a commercial break. But before we do, let the viewers know how they can reach you. There's also a flyer with that information.
Yes, they can go to my Facebook page, or my Facebook. You can find me on my Facebook. Jill Ash Hoffman is the Facebook. So facebook.com/Jill Ash Hoffman.
Awesome. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to have more on how to rebuild the trust with your body. We'll be right back.
I'm Nick Rafter, native New Yorker and realtor. Looking for a new home or selling your current one is a stressful process. I'm here to make it a lot easier. I work with sellers, buyers, renters, and landlords in the 5 boroughs of New York City and in Nassau and Suffolk counties. My brokerage, Corcoran, offers state-of-the-art services to allow you to market your property to the greatest number of potential buyers or renters. And if you're the one moving, we have thousands of listings ready for you to check out. So give me a call at 347-610-9765 today, and let's talk about how to make your decision to move a lot less stressful.
If you are turned off by conventional medicine and their mantra, "Do you want meds for that?" there's a better option. I'm Gabriella Mihalichin, medical intuitive and healer. Let me help you find the root cause of your illness and guide you through healing. My intuitive method directs your body to heal itself and removes barriers to healing. I invite you to schedule a session today at alivehealthsolutions.com.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda Boney. I'm a Feng Shui consultant and speaker. I'm the owner of Feng Shui Inspirations. Get inspired, move forward. I assist my clients in setting their space up for success, creating better health, wealth, and relationships. www.fengshuiinspirations.com, 347-223-0532. Thank you and blessings.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment. And know that we are on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. And I do believe we're streaming live on YouTube right now. We're going to dive right back into my amazing guest who I have here, Jill Hoffman. She is a master transformational coach. So she's not just a coach, she's a master. So let's dive into this, Jill. Why is rebuilding trust with your body so important for your health?
Well, like I said before, when we're at war with our body, and I'm talking like more energetically, but even physically, and saying negative things about your body is a way to be at war with your body. Our bodies can't heal properly. it just doesn't even make sense, right? If there's a war going on. So when we try to, like, let's say, I'll use my example, how I found out I had thyroid imbalance, and I started to get really stressed out about, I was gaining all this weight very quickly. And so what did I do? I did what I thought was the right thing, which was to start to go on a diet, go on a really strict diet. And I said, okay, I guess I need to exercise more. I need to push harder. But really my body was drained. My body was exhausted, I had adrenal fatigue. So that, the way that I was trying to heal my body was actually reinforcing that war. So I see that happen a lot. I see when clients come to me, they're kind of in that space where they feel like they've been doing everything, right? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. But the energy behind it is actually usually connected to how they got into that place to begin with, right? It wears down your it wears down your body, being at war with your body. And that's like not really being right relationship. It's not loving your body. It's not trusting your body. So when we are at war with ourselves, we can't heal.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. And it's so interesting you said what you said regarding, you had put on weight, and the first thing you thought to do was, okay, well, let me diet and let me exercise more. And I think it's really, really funny, and, really quickly on that, because in my field, I see that happen all the time, where people, specifically women, tend to think that they have to restrict their calories and exercise more to get to the result they're looking to get to. And it's a total misconception, because when we exercise more, we need more fuel. So it's like, okay, why are you restricting calories and exercising more? Do you really think you're going to get to the result you're looking to get to? So that concept of having that war with yourself is definitely, I never thought of it that way until you said it, but it's definitely a war, because it's total contradiction to what the end result really is and what they're looking for. So I can totally see why they would be at war with themselves.
Yeah, and usually they're tired.
Yes.
Like I said, I had adrenal fatigue. I was exhausted, but I thought the only way to get better was to push myself harder into even more exhaustion.
Exactly. And when we think about restricting calories in the term is energy. So when you're not giving yourself the calories your body requires, and you're also expecting to push yourself more, on what fuel? How are you doing that? How's that really going to work? So yeah, I could definitely see the war right there. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, because that was like, boom. Yes, total highlight right there. Now, in regards to what are the 4 ways to start to rebuild trust with one's body?
So these are my ways. This is sort of the foundation of what I work with my clients on. And I alluded a little bit earlier, using one of my tools is nature, is helping women connect to the nature within them, right? Their natural rhythms and their connection to nature, and just using nature as a healing tool, right? Because nature is, we are nature. We are, part of nature. So that's one thing. And I talk about, all the different ways that you can do that. And then there's also, one of my key tools that I like to work with my clients on is their breath, as well as movement. As you know, I'm a big fan of movement, specifically embodied movement. So I don't like to use the word exercise. To me, it's all about moving your body the way that feels right in your body. And that's different for everybody, but it's a way to move in your body that is connecting to your feminine essence, and really rebuilding that trust. So, I'm a big fan of sensuality and connecting through all of your senses. And you can do that through movement, and you can do that through your breath, and you can do that also through sound. And the reason why all of these things I think are really important is because breath, movement, sound, nature, these are like our primal languages that we learned when we were babies, before we could speak. This is how we communicated with ourselves and with others. And I think that we've lost touch with those languages, due to all the things I said earlier, due to just, personal trauma, systemic, all of these things, right? All the ways that we get disconnected. And by reconnecting to these languages, these primal languages, through breath, movement, sound, and nature, and sensuality, we can start to rebuild that trust, because our body understands those languages, and our body, that's like the medicine,
Yes.
and we can really, so I use those tools. I also work with my clients on doing inner child work, using compassion. I'm a big fan of compassion. Food therapy, which is, how I help them. I believe food is another way to connect to nature and to activate our cellular energy. So all of that, helps to rebuild trust.
Yeah, and it's really interesting that you use the term movement as opposed to exercise, because I too, I forget what year that all of a sudden exercise had become a really like a taboo, that people were like, oh no, I don't want to exercise, because in their mind, exercise is like this hard, draining, frustrating thing. And that somewhere along the line, again, I forget when the fad took place, where we would release the word exercise and use the word as movement. And it's a very powerful word, because however you want to move your body. And one of the things that I found interesting after, I don't know if it was the very first Friday release program that you have, where I actually like watched you do a dance or whatever not. And I have a dance background. And in all the years I've ever danced, I've always danced with this very like choreographed movement. But after like participating in one of your groups, like you literally helped me step into my sensualness of like really getting into me, my body, and like allowing myself to be in that space. And I've never done that before. And again, I'm a dancer. So it's like I've always like had choreography or whatever not, but it was like, you know what? I don't have to have a choreography piece. I can just allow my body to feel the music. And also too, the type of dancing I did back then is very different music that I dance with. It's like, I forget what very first song I heard when you were dancing that I went and used. And I was like, wow, I said, this is a whole different way of dancing for me. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. And now I do try to incorporate that type of dance into my routine, for my own self, just to really get more into my sensuality. And it definitely helps. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad that was helpful. Yeah, it's funny. I only recently, maybe I started calling myself a dancer, but I'm not trained. I love bachata dancing. That's one of my favorite, more choreographed types of dancing, but I just love to move. So, but I started calling myself dancer because I just like to dance. So I dance.
Oh yeah,
it just shows you that anyone can do it. Anyone can move, right?
Exactly. And I believe everybody can call themselves a dancer. You don't have to be a professional dancer to be a dancer. Right. And I think that's where the stigma comes in, where people think, well, I'm not a dancer because I don't dance professionally. No, we can all dance. We all can move our body, no matter how we want to move our body. Just move your body. So
I think we're all dancers, honestly. Yes. I think as little kids, we all love to move. As little
Exactly. And again, I do appreciate
out of it, though. Yeah.
And I do appreciate that you come on every Friday and do what you do with the program and get to encourage women to be in that space, because it's very powerful and also very needed right now, as you mentioned. Now, our fourth question I like to go into before we go to a commercial break, which is, once you have the 4 steps down in reference to rebuilding the trust with your body, where does the healing go from there?
Yeah, so this is exciting, because this is when we really, once we start to really tap into those primal languages, we can start to access information. We start to access energy in our bodies, and we can start to really hear really tune in, like to know, what does my body need? Now I will guide my clients. I will help them. Like I said, one of the tools that I use is something called food therapy to really help them sort of take it to the next level in terms of, because our cells need energy, they need hydration. And I believe we're all chronically dehydrated in this world.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that was a huge part of my healing, was remineralizing, rehydrating my body. But that's really hard if we haven't done the foundational work, because again, then people start to see it as like another diet, another thing I have to do.
Yes.
So that's why, I start with the foundations of rebuilding that trust. And then it just becomes this, like, I desire to give my body this nourishment. It's just a different energy. So we focus on that. We focus on getting more into their bodies, even doing more movement, different kinds of breath work. I have all different kinds of practices that I do with my clients, depending where they are in their journey. But again, one of the things I'm really excited about that I'm starting soon is a group program where they are actually going to walk away with their own personal prescription, like a playbook that has their own personal healing prescription that they create, that my clients will actually create as I guide them through the process. And then they have this sort of playbook that they can use, for forever. I mean, things might shift, but it's like, you wake up one day, every day you're different.
Yes.
The body's always changing.
Yes.
And one of the things I notice is that we love habits. We like doing the same thing every single day, but our body is not the same every single day.
Exactly. So, especially for women. I mean, women's bodies change like every 7 years.
Yeah. Even during the month, we change with the moon, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Nature.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity to check in with yourself, on a daily or weekly basis, and just ask, what do I need? And be able to, and then create your own prescription for what it is that you need.
Awesome.
Food wise, movement wise, all those different ways.
Awesome. And that led us right to where we have to go, which is really interesting. Let the viewers know how they can reach you, because we do have to take a commercial break.
Okay, great. So you can reach me on Facebook at facebook.com/Jill Ash Hoffman. And you can also reach me. My email address is jill@jillashleyhoffman.com.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to do possibly one tip. And then I'm going to be giving Jill a cosmic energy soul reading. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Jill Ashley Hoffman, and I'm a master transformational coach. I help empathic women turn their tenderness into the medicine that heals their bodies so that they can heal the world. If you would like to learn more about how to harmonize your body wisdom with your soul's purpose, I invite you to book a free Empowered Healing Clarity call with me to see how I can support you. You can do that by emailing me at jill@jillashleyhoffman.com. I look forward to speaking with you.
Are you ready for a breakthrough? If so, I can help. I'm Reverend Eliza Bloom Robinson, Transformational Catalyst, and I support people just like you to move through the breakdown into a place of absolute empowerment and clarity. I'd be happy to offer you a complimentary consultation call. Just simply email me at newhumanitynow@gmail.com. I look forward to talking with you.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you who are just tuning in, remember to share, like, and comment, and know that we are on Roku and Amazon Fire TV, so you can check us out there 1 week later, and we are streaming live on YouTube as well. And I have my amazing guest here, Jill Hoffman, who is our Master Transformational Coach, and we've been speaking about rebuilding trust with your body. So those of you who are just tuning in, you may have to go and watch the replay, or go and check us out on Roku to learn more about what we spoke on. So Jill, would you be mind sharing one tip for the viewers that they can implement into their life in reference that will help them to rebuild trust with their body?
Sure. So I think the easiest thing, the quickest thing that anyone can do is to really start connecting to their breath, right? Because our breath we always have it with us. It's free, doesn't take a lot of time, and it just takes a little bit of presence just intention. So how you can do this is even before you wake up in the morning, or when you wake up in the morning, is to just take a moment before you hop out of bed, or even if you're someone that does a meditation, which is great too, I love that, is to just take a few moments. I do this every morning, just opening my eyes and just laying in bed and just kind of connecting. I like to put my hands on my heart and my hands on my belly and just taking deep breaths, right? Just taking deep breaths, and maybe do that like 10 deep breaths into your belly and into your heart. And this is a really powerful way, first of all, like to not just jump and go, first thing in the morning, but to actually tune into your body and to just be with your body for a few moments. It's like spending quality time with a loved one, and just doing that and just spending some time with yourself and slowing down with using your breath is actually really, really powerful. And it's something that it's hard to explain, but that would be my tip, is to just take a few moments in the morning, and in the evening would be great too. The more you do it, the better. But if you're new to doing, connecting with your breath, starting in the morning, I think is really powerful, because that's awesome. The early childhood of your day. Like
awesome. I said. And I actually like the way you said that, taking a breath, and it's like being in a relationship with somebody, because it's a relationship with self. It's the most important relationship we can have is the relationship with self. And as we said earlier, sometimes we're so disconnected with our bodies that we are really disconnected with the primary relationship, which is self. And when we can get into that and really trust our body and trust ourselves more, we will have better relationships as well. So I do appreciate you mentioning that whole concept about taking that breath and having a relationship with the breath. So thank you for that. Thank you. So as I mentioned, I'd like to give you a cosmic energy soul reading. And how it works is two ways. You can either ask a question that you would like some clarity on, or ask the universe to provide insight for you. Now, just to give you an idea, should you ask a question that provides clarity, in anything that shows up, if I find that the information is too personal, I'll share with you what I can, and the rest that's too personal, I'll share with you after the show, where I'll get on a call with you. So I do respect that sometimes I will receive some personal information, but I don't share that on the show. And I'll let you and the viewers know that I'm receiving personal information. I'll give you what I can, and then I leave the rest for later. So how would you like to go about this?
I would just love to hear what the universe has for me right now. That'd be great.
Okay. Awesome. So I ask that you just recite your full name that's on your birth certificate 3 times out loud.
Okay. Jill Ashley Hoffman. Jill Ashley Hoffman. Jill Ashley Hoffman.
Okay. Let's see what you need to hear today from the universe. Interesting. Surrender. Surrender. Yes, surrender. And it goes really, really well with our topic today, because I think a lot of it is about surrendering whatever you have left that you're still holding on to, so to speak. And just allowing yourself to really, what I'm actually hearing is surrender all need to control, because there's something so much bigger going on here for you in regards to the work you're doing, is what I just heard. Like I'm guessing you have a specific journey, a specific goal that's in mind, but there's something bigger coming in. And they want you to surrender whatever ideas you may have and be open to the unlimited possibility. Does that make sense for you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The chakra associated is the heart chakra, which again, we just spoke about breath work, and breath work does come from the heart. It comes all from the heart center, where it allows you to open up and really step into that space of just healing. And you're definitely on your own personal healing journey, and you're helping other women to be on theirs as well. But more so, it's for you. It's what you're learning about yourself as you uncover all these new ways of doing the work that you do. So you're learning so much about you. And it's actually in conjunction helping the relationships all around you become stronger and healthier. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Your number is 6 and 8. Anytime we have a 6 energy, I always love it because it really correlates with what you're doing. You are the healer. You've done your healing work. And I always believe, and I say this to the viewers, that I always believe anytime we are healers, we've had to undergo healing work ourselves. We don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a healer. Our healing work that we do actually brings us to the journey we're supposed to be on, which is our story and journey that we are here to share. So that's that 6 energy. So you're definitely doing your healing work, which again, letting the viewers know, our healing work never ends. It's an ongoing process. The more that Jill gets to know about herself regarding what she's doing and she digs deeper, she's going to learn new things to bring to her programs, which are going to help her clients on a much deeper level than she's already helping. So that's that whole process of the healer heals. And then you have that 8 energy. So this work that you are doing is bringing you a lot of abundance in reference to just health and also the monetary perspective as well, which is something I really hear, that whatever it is you're doing, it's definitely bringing you into your wealth box, if that makes sense for you. And there's a lot of balance that goes on here that you're working in, and you're really in balance with your mind, body, and spirit doing the work that you did. And also, when we think about 6 and 8, we get a 14 energy, which is a 5. So there's a lot of changes you are undergoing right now in regards to the work that you're doing. And I think a lot of the changes were also in contribution to this pandemic that we have, but it's bringing you to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Does that resonate with you?
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And I don't think this part is too personal, so I think I can share it. In regards to the 5 energy and the abundance and the healing, I also believe that this has a major contribution to your marriage, how it's bringing you and your husband together on a much deeper level as well, which is weird. And like I said, I didn't think it was too personal. I think I could share that. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't step over any boundaries there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all connected, you know? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Especially when we get into that space of healing. Because when we heal ourselves, we actually heal everything around us. And that includes the relationships, especially the intimate ones.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that resonated.
Thank you. Yeah, it did.
Thank you.
Loved
and once
it.
again, just let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Yes. Come to my Facebook page at facebook.com/JillAshHoffman. And you can also just email me directly if you want to learn more about my group or any of my upcoming programs and retreats. I do leave retreats. You can email me at jill@jillashleyhoffman.com.
Awesome. And it was such a pleasure to have you here today and sharing all that you do and learning all the things that you're doing, which is awesome. So I really appreciate that. So we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, or should I say when I come back, I'm going to give you the conclusion of today's show. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. As an intuitive business guide, I help female service-based business owners to grow their business using their intuition, helping you to release the blocks and limits preventing your growth and allowing you to get the aligned action steps to take to grow your business. You can reach me at sherry@sherrysimpson.com, SHERRI @sherrysimpson, SIMPSON.com. I look forward to helping you grow your business soon. Namaste.
Hello, are you an entrepreneur, healer, author, publisher, life coach, or living in purpose? I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the host of Joanne's Healing Within TV show, and I am currently accepting guest applications for those of you who are ready to shine your light, inspire others, and share your story, and step in front of a much larger audience, such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and of course Facebook. I am currently offering special rates for those of you who are interested in inspiring others and shining your light. Email your bio and story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you who are just tuning in, I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. We are at the end of our show. I had an amazing guest today, Jill Ashley Hoffman. She's our master transformational coach, and she spoke to us about how to rebuild trust with your body. So I encourage you to go back and watch the show, whether you want to watch it on the replay of the Strong Island Television, on YouTube, or even check us out on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. But I'd like to remind you, today is Sunday, as you know, because you're here with me. Come join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, on my Facebook page, Jab Barry, as I give out free Cosmic Energy Soul readings. Now, there's two things that take place during that reading that you must do in order to get a reading. You need to come in with your headphones and be on your phone, because I actually call you in and we actually have contact during that reading. So that's the only way I give readings on my free readings. So feel free to have fun with me and play. And then again, also, for those of you who are interested in getting a reading, besides for Sunday, where you want an actual personal reading with more depth to it, feel free to send your email to healingwithin76@gmail.com or send me a text at 646-236-9155. And last but not least, want to remind you, for all those healers, entrepreneurs, authors, publishers, and anyone living in purpose, I am currently accepting guest sponsorship applications as we speak. Feel free to send an email and include what it is you're going to be sharing with our viewers, and I'll be more than happy to setting you up on one of my shows. With all that being said, enjoy the rest of today, and know that we have that new moon coming in this Wednesday on August 19th. Get your rituals going. Till next week. Bye-bye for now.